It is 8 o'clock and we are tracking the last of the snow clearing out of North Georgia, but the damage on the roadways is done. Little quick shot of snow, a lot of cold temperatures, and that has created an icy, really ice skating rink across many portions of North Georgia, and that's going to continue for the overnight. I just want to show you a quick picture of radar, that dry air building back in. So the last of the steady snowfall is just about out of our viewing area. Maybe a few flakes still flying there in Upson County. Also, Greene County and Putnam counties out near Eatonton, Lake Oconee. There's still a little bit of snow falling there, but the snow has finished here in the metro area. And man, some of us did pick up about an inch of snowfall. This is a picture coming in from Carolyn Newby, one of our 11 Alive Weather Impact team members on Facebook in the neighborhood. And you can see here, completely snow-covered street. And I'll tell you, that is a lot easier to drive on than what the roads were like in Atlanta. And that is because we had less snowfall. You didn't have a full sheet of snow on the roads. It turned into an icy mess. And that's how the roads look right now across much of the metro. I know the sun is set. The road temperatures are getting colder. Any snow that fell and is on the ground and was not treated, you need to treat that like an ice skating rink, like black ice, because that's how the driving conditions are outside. So this is a picture from Tucker earlier today where this is on the corner of Briarcliff and Henderson Mill. Lindsay said a bunch of cars were stopped along the side and struggling to get up the hills there. Also in College Park, Tiffany Harley sent in another photo showing those just a little bit of snow, just enough to cause really dangerous travel. And this is what we saw a lot of. We had multiple reporters out in the Atlanta area showing us similar pictures to this, where you had neighbors helping neighbors, people trying to push the cars up the hills, because a lot of these cars, the tires really locked up, right? They had no traction. It's easy to get the traction on the snow, but when you have barely a dusting, the roadways turn into a sheet of ice. So that's why we saw a lot of cars that were really just struggling. And the first of the snowfall totals now coming in. In fact, in the last hour now getting a few more 1+ inch snowfall totals. Just got a report in from Lamar County of 1.5 inches of snow. Covington got 1.3 inches of snow there, about 1 inch in Fayetteville, Noonan 0.8 inches, and 3/4 of an inch there in eastern Spalding County as well. So not a lot of snow fell. It was less than we saw 2 weeks ago, but the impact in a lot of these places was greater, and it all comes down to the road temperatures outside. Our road temperatures, I'll actually show you what they are right now because I think that tells the story. Look at these road temperatures. I mean, we're below freezing. We're down in the 20s here from Noonan down to Troup County. Those road temperatures are in the 20s. These are on the actual interstates. Roads that have not been brined. When you have the road temperatures in the 20s, it turns things into a sheet of ice. Now, this is new at 8 o'clock. This is an update to our winter alerts. When we were on 11 Alive Plus an hour ago, I was telling you how the National Weather Service was going to be changing these advisories and warnings, and they've done that. So you can see here they've finally trimmed back the northern edge of these. So if you didn't get snow today, you're no longer in an unnecessary winter storm warning, like in Cobb County. Okay, but we still have a winter storm warning in effect for Fulton, DeKalb, Gwinnett, Clayton, Henry, Rockdale, and Newton counties, Fayette, Coweta, Troup, Meriwether, Spalding, Pike, Lamar, Butts, Upson counties, and then out towards Jasper and Greene County, Walton County, Monroe County, and also Putnam County. So we still have some winter storm warnings in effect through the overnight. It's not because new snow is falling, it's because of the aftermath of that snow, how treacherous the road conditions are. We've got a chat room where we can correspond with the National Weather Service and a lot of various emergency managers, public information officers, police, fire department, all of that. And the number of counties that have been saying this evening there have been just several accidents on the same streets in a matter of minutes. I mean, it's pretty impressive. And what's also impressive is, you know, since 2014, the big, Carmageddon, Snowmageddon, whatever you want to call it, ice jam, snow jam, there have been a lot of improvements. I would say GDOT has done a fantastic job with both systems keeping the interstates brined, right? But this time around, we saw in Atlanta, even though there wasn't a lot of snow, we were in a winter weather advisory, yet Spring Street and Freedom Parkway and over off of Ponce, a lot of cars were sliding on icy conditions. So one of our reporters tonight is speaking with Mayor Andre Dickens to find out how many pieces of equipment were out there. We know you now have the capabilities to pre-treat roads. Were they pre-treated or did we miss the mark? So more on that coming up at 11 o'clock tonight. Now, in the meantime, what are we looking ahead towards? Well, the snow is clearing, but the cold is here to stay. And that means through the morning, road conditions, if you got snow today, going to be rather treacherous. And the reason why is the ground temperatures are so cold. We've now hit actually hour number 49. We've just hit hour number 49 at or below freezing here in Atlanta. We're going to go up to about 60, 64, somewhere in there before we climb above freezing tomorrow afternoon. Tonight's low back down to the teens. We've got areas that had snow, and those areas might be a little bit colder first thing tomorrow morning than this because the snow can act like an icebox or refrigerator. So 17 the low in Atlanta tomorrow morning. Look at those wind chills, single-digit wind chills, very cold. Wednesday afternoon, 37. Wind chill, 26 degrees tomorrow afternoon. We have a cold weather advisory tonight, and we'll drop down to the teens. 17 in Atlanta, 14 Marietta, Carrollton, 10 degrees, Blairsville, 5 degrees for the low. But there's enough of a breeze as that moisture moves out. We'll still have some wind gusts around 15, 20 miles per hour, and that's enough to create a wind chill effect. So the feels like temperatures right now, they're in, back up here, I'll show you where they are right now, if I can. Well, we'll show you where they're going. They're in the teens. I can get you the current wind chills. Just a second. Here they are. Okay. Current wind chill, 12 in Atlanta, 8 in Blairsville, 14 in Peachtree City, 10 in Canton. But tonight, those wind chills are going down into the single digits again. So you can see here the forecast track on those wind chills dropping down first thing tomorrow morning. 6 in Atlanta, 4 up in Marietta, 4 in Rome, 2 in Carrollton, 3 in Blairsville. So there are many school systems that are closed tomorrow because of the snow or they're delaying opening. But those who don't have that situation, the cold will be, I think, the biggest factor of the week tomorrow morning. And I say that because this morning it was about 20 degrees, not quite as cold as it's going to be tomorrow morning. The wind wasn't as bad. Monday was actually equally as cold, but schools were out. So this is a bigger impact for the bus tomorrow morning as kids are waiting out there. -2 in Dalton, 3 in Blairsville. And then you notice here by lunchtime, the wind chills are going to be running in the 20s. Finally, by the afternoon, the temperatures come above freezing and the wind chill should come to around the freezing mark as well. So we're going to get in a little bit of thawing out on the roadways for tomorrow. High temperature 37, and then we will be talking about another refreeze for any snow that's left for tomorrow night. We'll have another update here on 11 Alive Plus coming up at 9 o'clock. We'll see you then.